Here are the Simulcast selections for Saturday, December the 11th. I'm going to be at 4 tracks today, other than Calder. I'll be at Tampa, Aqueduct, Fairgrounds, and Hollywood. We'll start off in Tampa. It's opening day there. In the 4th race, I like Filmmaking. It's a Bill Mott horse on the turf. Jockey trainer stats out of 359 starts together, they're winning 33%. Has back class, big figures. I'll take Filmmaking, double the investment in the 4th. In the 9th race, it's the Lightning City. Marty Wolfson ships Omega Cat up to Tampa to run in this overnight stakes race. Never been a sprint distance, but if Marty Wolfson says he can sprint, that's good enough for me. 5-1 on the morning line. And in the finale, the 10th, it's an allowance race. I'll go with number 2, My Irish Girl. Throw out the Woodbine synthetic try, and you've got a filly that's 7 for 8, including 6 for 7 on sprinting at this 6 furlong distance. So I'll take My Irish Girl, double the investment in the 10th at Tampa. Let's move to New York and Aqueduct. In the first race, it's Dave Lifton's bet of the day. I think Ramsgate looks pretty good. He's a closer. He nearly missed at 5.5 furlongs last time out. Today he goes at 6 furlongs. The extra half furlong will help. Also, the horse that won that race came back to win 2 levels up next time out, making it a key race. So in the first race, it's Ramsgate for me, double the investment. In the 5th race, maiden special weight, there's a heavy favorite ridden by Ramon Dominguez, but I'll go against that. I'll go with the Todd Pletcher first-time starter. J.R. Velasquez up, 5-1 on the morning line. Fired a best of 26 bullet. Simba's Story, number 4, in the 5th race at Aqueduct. And finally at Aqueduct, in the 8th race, it's the feature Grade 3 Queens County Stakes at 1 3/16. I think Arson Squad looks dynamite here. Multiple Grade 3 winner, has won at the distance, and has been working lights out in preparation for this. So I'll take Arson Squad in post position number 1 in the 8th, the feature the Queens County. Let's move to Fairgrounds, where it's Louisiana Champions Day. In the 6th race, the Louisiana Champions Ladies Stakes, I'll take 6 Little Polka Dot to spring the upset at 3-1. In the 7th, one of my best bets of the day, in the Louisiana Champions Lassie Stakes, Take Me Home, going 6 furlongs, Lone Speed, lightning fast. She is long gone. I'll triple the investment on number 3, Take Me Home. In the 8th, it's the Louisiana Champions Turf Stakes. I'll take Desert Wheat, who loves the Fairgrounds grass. Fits the profile of a closer on the Louisiana turf. Double the investment there. In the 9th is my best bet of the day at Fairgrounds. I'll go with Star Guitar. Tosses last, where he was beaten second at short odds at Delta Downs. He loves the Fairgrounds. I think that was just an aberration. He's the king of the Louisiana State Breds. I'll take number 1 Star Guitar in the 9th at Fairgrounds. Bet of the day. In the 11th, my last bet at the Fairgrounds, it's the Louisiana Champions Sprint Stakes. I'll take Flashy Wise Cat at 5-1, double the investment. Has set 2 really good sprint efforts. In fact, it's his best sprint efforts, have both been here. In fact, last year he won this race, coming from well off the pace. I think there's a hot pace to set up his late close, so it's Flashy Wise Cat for me. Finally, at Hollywood, I have 3 selections. First, in the 2nd, it's the Miles Tyson Overnight Stakes. The horse who will be as short-priced odds will be Cost of Freedom, multiple graded stakes winner. I read in the Daily Racing Forum that his connections just couldn't pass it up. He's doing so well. If he runs anything close to his best, he wins by double-digit lengths. Cost of Freedom, number 2, bet of the day there. In the 6th, Canadian Pride. Canadian Pride, I'll triple the investment here as a maiden special weight. Was within a length of Turbulent Descent, who is undefeated and is my pick in the next selection that I'm about to tell you about. Canadian Pride wins with authority here. I think it sets up Turbulent Descent as a true, legitimate superstar filly. And that race would be the 9th race. It's the Grade 1 Hollywood Starlet. True, Turbulent Descent has never been 2 turns. She's won in hand. In fact, when she won at 7 furlongs in her last start, the rider was motionless from gate to wire and still won handily in a quick time. So it's Turbulent Descent for me, another bet of the day in the 9th at Hollywood. And finally, a couple of comments on Horse of the Year. It really bothers me that the people who are pushing blame are using the anti-Zenyatta because she hasn't beaten anyone. If you look at who he's beaten, first of all, he started the year in Grade 3 company, which Zenyatta never ran in that company. The 2 horses he beat there, one, The runner-up never won the rest of the year. In fact, couldn't win an allowance company. And the third place finisher, General Quarters, didn't win a single dirt race all year. His claim to fame was winning a turf race at Churchill Downs when it was like a bog. His next out was the Grade 2 New Orleans Handicap, which again, Zenyatta never ran in a Grade 2 race, and the horse that he beat, Battle Plan, was highly thought of at the time but hadn't beaten anyone, and the third place finisher was General Quarters, who's never won on the dirt. His next start, he won the Whitney, Grade 1, that's legitimate, but he beat Quality Road, who set soft paces and couldn't win. Quality Road is a brilliant miler, but can't get a distance of ground. In his next start, Blaine was beaten soundly by Haynesfield, who's never won outside the state of New York. So again, his big claim to fame is he beat Zenyatta. I think if you're going to measure him, you got to measure him what they did for the industry and what they did on the track, and I think that's clear that Zenyatta is Horse of the Year. We'll come back tomorrow, see how we did at Calder and around the country, and we'll have selections for Sunday.